Hello, what is up, my dudes? Welcome to the booth. Disclaimer, the camera might do some crazy little things. We have to, I've been in tech hell all morning, it's fine. This video is completely unscripted, so hopefully editor me doesn't have too much of a bad time. Welcome to month 1 review of pursuing voice acting, period. So, quick backstory, quick history about who I am and why I'm here, and why I'm talking to you, and why I'm making this video. I've been an actor since, God, a long time. I went to theater school, I did film things, I still do some film things. I did improv a lot. I did like the classic acting where I started in improv, I started doing theater, and then I was like, I'm gonna go be a famous on-camera actor, and I'm gonna go be famous in Hollywood. That didn't happen. Oh, and another backstory. This is terrible. I'm sorry, editor me. From when I was like a child to college, I wanted to be an animator. Like, I wanted to work at Disney, I wanted to work at Pixar, DreamWorks, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, whatever. I wanted to draw cartoons for a living. And the tough realization I had to face in college was, damn, I'm not good at drawing. Which is a really tough realization when you've been pursuing something for like your whole life. And that's not because like I couldn't do it. Like, I think I could. I have drawn cool things. But the skill it takes to be an animator, I don't have the dedication to stare at a paper for hundreds of hours at a time. My attention span is too all over the place. It was not for me. But I love animation more than anything. God, I will never not love animation. I would still be more geeked out about seeing like a famous Disney animator than like a famous actor. Like, if I saw Johnny Depp, I'd be like, holy shit, that's Johnny Depp. But like, cool, he's just a dude. But like, if I saw Eric Goldberg walking down the street, I would be like, dude, you animated the genie. I just got chills. You see what just happened to me? That was weird. And so I came to this realization that I was like, okay, so animation is still my passion. I'm not good at drawing, but I do love acting. The art form, the craft, I love it. I love it so much. It works with my brain. I've like put in the hours to get good at it, and it feels good and it makes sense. And so one day it all just clicked and I went, pause. What am I doing? I was like, would I be super excited about being on Modern Family? No. But like, the thought of being one of the fish in SpongeBob? Oh my God, dude. So much cooler to me. I geek out because I studied animation for like 15 years. So obviously, the long story short, I didn't care about being a famous Hollywood actor, but I want to be in animation and I like acting, so I found my way to voice acting. God, I could have said all of that in half a second. So voice acting, great. I want to be a voice actor. What now? Because there's so much that comes with that decision, as I'm sure some of you understand, because I'm assuming that some of you that are watching this video are probably in the same boat as me, of like, okay, voice acting is dope, I'm passionate about it, I want to do it, now what? And brother, when I tell you that is the most loaded question I've ever faced, wow, that's met with training, and that's met with agents and managers and auditions and where to go, and I'm getting a phone call? Hold on, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, voice acting. How to be a voice actor. We had to figure that out. And I was like, okay, what do we need? We need a microphone. Here it is. We need an audio interface, which is right there, and we need a place to record. That's it. So I bought this beautiful little guy right here, and I bought a Focusrite Solo, plugged into like a 10-year-old Microsoft Surface. Yeah, the place we were living at the time had a walk-in closet, similar to this. And so I got a bunch of really crappy foam and hung it up all over the wall. It had jackets similar to this. It got the job done. And then I just started practicing, finding scripts online and recording them and seeing how it sounded, and it was fun. And so I kept doing it. That also led me to realize to be a voice actor, you need a demo. This is the section we're gonna talk about demos, I guess? Sorry, this video is all over the place. So I was like, okay, I need a demo. I did a quick Google search on voiceover demos. They're expensive. Wow, like the down payment on my car kind of expensive. And I went, okay, that's not happening. So I realized buying a voiceover demo up front was not gonna happen. So I was like, let me make my own. Let me record my own commercial voiceover demo so I can maybe start booking work and getting out there and blah, 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 blah. So I did, which I think sounds pretty good. So yeah, and then I started going crazy. I was like, okay, let's build a website, which I did, but I started getting the foundations. I was like, I need a demo, I need a website, and I need to practice and a place to practice. So I got my ducks in a row. So I was feeling pretty good. So that led me to trying to get paid work. I was like, okay, let's make a lot of money and let's go crazy and let's pay our bills with voice acting. Boom. Wow, that I didn't realize that that's not how it works. I thought I was ready. I felt ready. I had a website, I had a demo. I felt cool. Typically, the way that works is you get work from your agent, you do online casting, or you get your own clients and you work for them and you make money directly. Those are the three, at least that I have found. I had no connections because I'm just starting out. I do have an agent. She's lovely, but for on camera. Okay, so I don't have a voiceover agent. So online casting is the third one, which is voices.com, Voice123, Bidalgo, Backstage, others that I can't think of right now. But those also all cost money. So I was like, why does everything cost money? Because this leads into the point of voice acting is a business, which is something I've been learning a lot. And starting a business takes money. But I am persistent and really stubborn. So I was like, okay, let's figure out what we can do right now. And the thing I realized what I can do is to up my skills and get better. So I did a lot of YouTubing about how to practice, how to get better. Basically, by the time I hit the markets, I want to be good. I'm practiced, I know what I'm doing, like I want to be good. So through my research, I found that one of the best ways to practice is to read out loud and work on my vocal strength and build my cold reading skills. Basically, like pick up something and just start reading, like, the boy hopped over the fox. What is it? The boy, the dog jumped over the, the fox jumped over the dog. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But basically, just being able to read without stumbling over my mouth. That's another thing I realized starting out is like, oh, it's not just reading off the paper. Like, it's harder than I thought. Try it. Literally pick up a book right now and just start reading. If you stumble, there you go. You can't be stumbling in voice acting. You gotta you gotta know how to speak, which I can't do, obviously. But you gotta be able to look at a thing and read fluently and just go, which was a skill I didn't know I needed to develop. So I started to develop it. I started to read books and comics and other fun things, which, by the way, opening up a comic book and reading and doing all the voices, like pick up a Batman comic and do the voices of him and the villains, like so fun. But basically, if I have any advice, read something you think is fun. I started reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Super fun. And there's a bunch of fun characters and the writing's really fun. So like that was a great time to experiment with character voices. If I see an alien, like, oh, what does he sound like? That's a terrible example. Maybe I should quit voice acting. But I see a monster and like, oh, maybe he talks like this. Maybe I'm just doing a Winston impression. I've played too much Overwatch.
Oh, maybe there's like a nerdy character and you gotta do the voice. And this is why I don't like acting on camera, because I probably look really dumb right now. But it's all about the voice. This doesn't matter. Stop looking at me.
Wink. But yeah, so getting better and improving, and I was like, okay, like I'm feeling more confident in my skills. I feel like I'm getting better. I've listened to so many voiceover podcasts, which, like, by the way, if you're new to voice acting or you want to get into voice acting podcasts, oh my God, I cannot recommend them more. Just dive in. Just start listening to all of them. Click on one of the voice acting podcasts and scroll through episodes and find something that interests you and just start listening. If you take away anything from this video about how to learn about voice acting podcasts. Wow. Here's a list of voiceover podcasts I recommend. Because I can't think of all of them right now, but like these are so good. And so some of the things I started realizing is like, oh, I need someone else. Which I think everyone should. I think everyone should. You know what? I was gonna play Deadpool's advocate, but no, everyone should get an outside perspective on where they're at in their journey. I didn't realize how important that was until I started doing it. Because I'm like you, maybe I'm not like you, but how do I put this? With a limited number of resources, money, etc., fear, I see you, because it's me. I was like, I could do everything by myself. I can YouTube everything. I can Reddit everything. I can build a voiceover business by myself, alone. I don't need anyone. I can figure this out. I can do that. Giving myself credit, I got pretty good. I got pretty far researching by myself. So like if you're at like step 1, ground zero, do some of the things I laid out in this video. Like start deep diving, start researching, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, go through voice acting Reddit threads, like be a sponge, man. Don't take anyone's word for gospel. Like, don't think the one person you're listening to is right, because they might not be. And I've also learned that. Is like, don't just find the first person you see and everything they say is the way it should be. Not even me, especially not me. There's multiple YouTubers. In fact, I'll probably make a video about my favorite voice acting YouTubers. You will find whatever works for you. I've kind of taken pieces from all of them and now jumbled them into my own gross little, disgusting little voiceover journey. And you will too. But then, getting the second opinion. This is gonna be a 7-hour video. How do I edit this? Oh God. But I feel like I'm saying good things. And if you like the things I'm saying, let me know. Like this video, drop a smiley face in the comments. If you enjoy this, let me know. So, getting that outside perspective, you either go to one-on-one coaches or you go to group classes or free consultations. But I think diving into a voiceover class will very quickly give you a perspective of where you're at and where everyone else is at. And you're gonna get feedback from whoever is doing the class. Some of them will be really nice and some of them will be really gentle, especially if you're just starting out. Some of them will be very honest, and that's what you want. You want the ones that aren't gonna just make you feel good. You want the ones that are gonna tell you straight up what you need to hear. And it might hurt your feelings. I can say that because I've heard things that kind of hurt my feelings. None of them are trying to hurt you. Some of them are. Be careful, just do your research. Most of the time, they want you to get better and they want to help you and they want you to succeed. Don't take anything personal that they say. And if this helps, they're assessing your product, which sounds really cold and businessy and gross, but they're assessing you as a voice actor. They're not assessing you as a human being and as a person. Their job is to work on you as a voice actor and the voice, not you as a person. That's very important distinction. Get that distinction out of your head now. Separate your self-worth for your product. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's so important. Cool. Just write everything down that they say. And they might say like your breath work needs work. Your pacing needs help. You don't need to do that voice. Like, they're gonna give you feedback. Listen to it, but don't obsess over it. Absorb it and then move on, and then find another one, and another one, and another one, and just slowly start doing it. Now, I will say, these can get expensive, and I have full sympathy for that because I don't have money. Save up where you can, and do these as soon as you can. But until then, exhaust free resources, and only start paying for classes when you think you're kind of ready, like you want to show people. I need to wrap up this point. But yeah, do classes and start seeing where you're at. I would say also, if they have like a Q&A section and they open it up to questions, ask those questions. What are things I can do to practice regularly? How can I improve my breath support? How can I improve this? Like, what can I do to get better every day? Like, ask those kinds of questions if you don't have the answers already. Because sometimes you get really cool answers. I realize this video has no longer turned into my journey, and it's now turning into how to get started as a voice actor. Is this video called How to Get Into Voice Acting? Maybe. maybe. How to get into voice acting. Advice from someone who is barely getting into voice acting. So those are some tips. The other best thing about classes is you will meet people. You're gonna start meeting people and you're gonna start getting little nuggets here and there. And you're gonna start getting breadcrumbs of like, oh, I worked with this coach and they're really great, or I went to this class and it was awesome. Follow those breadcrumbs, see where they lead. Mine led me to a really awesome online voiceover school, which I will plug because it's awesome. It's called GVAA, Global Voice Acting Academy. It's incredible and I can't recommend it more. With a caveat, GVAA is incredible and I love it and I'm learning so much. It does cost money. I won't go into details. You could look it up. I'm personally at the point where I need a more in-depth guidance, which is what GVAA does, is they assess where you're at and they build you like a path of online recorded videos that they've done, workshops and classes, and you can learn and start practicing. And it's great. And you learn a lot about the business, whatever genre you want to work in. But I will say it's probably overwhelming if you haven't exhausted free resources. I'm gonna say this again. Go into something like that already with a pretty strong foundational base of like, I know roughly how the industry works. I know what genres I kind of want to work in. I have goals that I want to do. Like, figure out what you want to do and kind of where you want to go. And then I would say go for more specialized coaching and stuff like that. That's my advice. And that's kind of where I'm at. So that's where I'm at right now. This video isn't I made it and I'm making a lot of money. I'm on Nickelodeon and I've made it. I've been like really pursuing voice acting for a couple months now and really hitting the ground running for about a month. So that's it. This is how to get started as a voice actor from someone who's just getting started as a voice actor. Wink! Yeah, let me know if you guys have questions or you want me to talk about things more in depth, and maybe I'll do more of these videos. How to be a voice actor. See, and then I do things like that, and I'm like, is this? Yes! Okay. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry about my camera flickering. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna figure it out, but whatever. Check out the Trogdor shirt. I think it's sick. This also shows how old I am. Okay, bye!